Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to this great edition. Look at all you ladies. We are so lucky today, ladies, because we have this great opportunity to talk to these other fantastic women that are across the United States. So, Shoot Like a Girl is a company that tries to get more women involved in shooting sports. But what we also have are these phenomenal women out there that have created organizations and lead organizations that really emphasize training, education, firearm safety, hunting, and getting involved in the outdoors. And so it's such a great treat for us to have it. How we're going to run today is we're going to introduce these ladies one at a time, and they'll talk to you for a second, and then we'll join you guys for questions. So ask lots of questions, and then we'll post all of their websites on our site when we're done here so that you guys can look at them. And we were going to bring everybody off, but I will tell you all, so as fate has it, I have terrible internet service again today. So I'm scared to bring anybody off so that I can't put them back on. So we're just going to leave everybody on, and then these ladies will talk about their organizations, and if that's all right with everybody. Is that all right with you ladies? That's Thanks. Perfect. Sorry, it's not how I wanted it to go. But we're going to start with Miss, Christa, first off, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm working with muting and unmuting my mic so that my lovely puppies don't decide that they want to ask questions as well.
Great.
So if you ask and I start talking, can't hear me, it's just because I'm not coordinated enough to turn it off and on. I'm doing great. It's Friday. It's sunny in Georgia, and I'm really, really, really excited that we get the opportunity to nationally, in one fell swoop, be able to share about all the different organizations that are joining us today. And there's many. There's not just these. We have 4 slotted. I think one wasn't joined in, but the importance of these women's shooting organizations is broad. I won't get into that. You guys will learn a lot about that from each person's presentation. And thanks, ladies, for being on with us today.
Yeah. And all right. So we're going to start with Amy Ray. Amy Ray is also an instructor for Shoot Like a Girl, a contracted instructor, but she runs an organization called the Sisterhood of the Outdoors. So Amy, why don't you tell us a little bit about that organization, what you do, and how people find out about you?
Perfect, Karen. First of all, thank you for having me this morning. It's great to be back with you and Christa and talk about shooting sports. Sisterhood Outdoors is an organization, and we're committed to creating opportunities for women to learn to hunt, shoot, and fish. And we run outfitted and mentored guided hunts all over the U.S. Recently, of course, with COVID, we've had to reorganize a little bit. We lost 3 turkey hunts and our Africa trip to the virus. But we were pleased to work with great outfitters and move those trips to next year. And of course, last year we took 150 plus women outdoors hunting, fishing, and shooting all kinds of game. And the calendar this year starts today. This is our first trip back out. We have 7 ladies on a bow fishing trip in Wisconsin. So I'm really excited about that. They're following their local rules and regulations, but they are going to be able to go out and bow fish this weekend. And then next week we have red snapper fishing in Florida. And this summer we'll do our Wyoming pack trip. And the only thing we have left this fall is Missouri whitetail hunts and some of our waterfowl hunts that are yet to be determined and will be scheduled. So we look forward to a really full calendar. But what's different this year with COVID, with the cancellations, we wanted to increase our reach. So we're creating a new program called Sisterhood Saturdays. And our field staff are organizing this all across the U.S. in different states. And right now we have a sporting clays on the books in Wisconsin for a Saturday shooting event. We have 2 days of archery instruction going on in Jonesboro, Arkansas. And myself and Joella Bates, who is a nationally and world recognized archery instructor, will be at Dead Zero Shooting Park in Tennessee sometime late July or early August. We haven't set the date. And it's going to kind of be a sight-in hunting day so that you can come with me to the rifle range and I'll help you sight in your rifles, teach you more about long range shooting, because they have a really cool reactive target range with 25 bays, and they have the electronic feedback to the iPads when you shoot, so you don't have to go down range, and it goes all the way out to 1,000 yards. So I'm really looking forward to shooting there. It's one of my particular favorite ranges in my area. and Joella will be there to help with some archery instruction. So those are 3 of our Saturday dates that we've planned so far, and we just started working on this. So I hope that you'll visit us at sisterhoodoutdoors.com or check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and you can find out those local events will be posted there. And some of those events will be at no charge, by the way. So we're really looking forward to that. And then, as always, our youth hunt for antelope is one of our major events of the year, and we are putting it on regardless of COVID, and we're just having to raise a ton of money because it has been hard to get our donors and our volunteers' lives have changed as well,
right.
you know, with the events that have gone on. And we're still going to do it. So we're really excited about the fall hunting season coming up, and 2021's coming. We're going to repopulate the calendar. Usually by June or July, we have, you know, the next year ready to go.
That's awesome, so, Amy. And they go to Sisterhood. What's your website?
Sisterhoodoutdoors.com.
Yep, sisterhoodoutdoors.com. And we had one of our listeners ask to know where you're at. And so you're in Tennessee, or are you in Georgia today?
I'm in Tennessee today, but I'm located in North Georgia. That's where we're headquartered. But we have staff all over the U.S. If you would like to contact someone in your area, there's a click to connect map on the website, and it's only works on a PC. It doesn't work on a mobile phone. But if you're on a PC and you hit the field staff, you should be able to locate someone in your area. If not, just message me and I'll hook you up with one of our mentors.
That is awesome. Thank you, Amy, for that. So there's a great opportunity for hunting and shooting sports. And now we're going to go to another group that has been in business for a while. It is A Girl and a Gun, and it is led by some really fantastic volunteers across the United States. And we got Miss Julianna Crowder, who is joining us. Julianna, where are you coming in from?
I'm out of Austin, Texas today.
Very cool. Well, so we would love to know a little bit more about A Girl and a Gun and what your organization offers these women around the country.
Well, yes, around the world, woo, world domination for all of us, right? Again, my name is Julianna Crowder, and I am the founder of A Girl and a Gun. It started as a grassroots effort about 9 years ago. On February 28th, 2011, I hosted the first Girls' Night Out. And it was really an effort just to get more women into concealed carry lifestyle, joining me at local pistol matches, and just getting more women involved. And so within the last 9 years, our organization has grown quite wonderfully. Robin Sandoval is my executive director. She was actually a member and a client and joined me on the team. So our mission is really education, recreation, competition, and community, where a lot of women do come to us for that initial pistol skills or self-defense skills. We offer opportunity for pistol, rifle, and shotgun sports and training. So we've been really successful in crossing over into 3-gun competition. We've built up clay shooting sports where a lot of our members before were not shotgun shooters, and now we're going to host the first ever women's clay championship this summer, which we're really excited about. We've had a Fall Fest multi-gun festival. This will be our 5th year to host that, with all genres of competition. So ladies that are brand new all the way up to very experienced shooters can come and participate in that ladies only competition. And, focusing on the education part, which is so important. And, Karen, as you're always talking about safety, we have a national conference that we host every year for our members. This year we had to take it digital, as a lot of people, were having to cancel events. We didn't want to do that. So in about a 4-week time, we took an in-person event for 450 ladies, and we took it all digital. We had 80 pre-recorded sessions with notes and handouts and videos from our instructors. And then we had 39 live Q&A sessions from Monday through Sunday, where our members got to log in and spend time with Robin and me and Tatiana and our instructors and each other. So that was a really exciting accomplishment that we were able to do, and still provide that training and education to our members. We are very happy to say we have members in all 50 states. We have chapters in 49 states. And And we also have an e-chapter. So if there's not a local chapter near you, we have a group, and it actually has a facilitator where, you know, even if you don't have a local opportunity, we have that e-learning with our journal and this online community. So we really try to have opportunities for everybody and meet people where they are, and just bring them into all parts of you know, the Second Amendment community, the lifestyle of firearms. And Amy, I love all your hunts. Wish we could do more of those, but Robin and I, we were lucky enough to do our first pheasant hunt this past December, and we are so excited that we're going to take some ladies back up there. So we're doing a pheasant hunt in December. So it's kind of inspiration, all you ladies, you know, putting all these opportunities out there and encouraging the rest of us to just jump in and try.
Thanks, Julianna. And how do people find out about A Girl and a Gun? Where do they look?
We are at agirlandagun.org, and primarily a lot of our community is on Facebook. So every chapter has a private group. We have a main page that they can find us at. I think it's A Girl and a Gun Club / on the Facebook. But agirlandagun.org will help you find everywhere we are.
Great. Thank you so much. And thanks for joining us today. And so I see I'm going to bring in Judy Rhodes. I saw that she popped in. So I'm adding Judy to the stream. And Judy, we're going to get to you in a second. Hey, Judy. We're going to get to you in a second. We're going to go ahead and go to Miss Janeen Wyatt, and then we will love to hear about you. So Janeen Wyatt is an instructor for Shoot Like a Girl, a contracted instructor with us, but she also has been, before I knew her, I believe, a chapter leader for the Well-Armed Woman. And I hear about what she does with her group all the time. And so, Janeen, if you could talk kind of nationally about what the Well-Armed Woman offers, that would be awesome.
Awesome. Yes.
And you're coming from Oklahoma City, right?
Yes, I'm coming from Oklahoma, and so excited. I've been with the Well-Armed Woman for 7 years, a little over 7 years now. We just had our anniversary. And the Well-Armed Woman is all about educating, equipping, and empowering women. And what we do is, as a group, we're in 47 states. We have almost 11,000 members and 345 chapters throughout. And what we do, we have an hour of classroom and an hour of range time. So what happens is they meet once a month. Most of them meet about once a month. And the hour of classroom, they're going to have maybe a guest speaker. Sometimes the instructor will instruct. And we've had like robbery detectives, pepper spray classes, self-defense, awareness. We've done Stop the Bleed classes, indirect threat classes, archery classes, which is a lot of fun too. The ladies really enjoyed that. But throughout the U.S., they pretty much, every leader will run their chapter in different areas. And so we just have a wonderful time. And if you're interested in the Well-Armed Woman, you can find us at twawshootingchapters.org. And that will hook you up to the shooting chapters in your area, so you can type in where you're at and see if a local chapter is near you. We always say, you know, the more we can get a gun in your hand for training, that's what we're all about, is teaching safety. And that's what the educating part is all about, is we want you to be safe with a firearm and feel secure, equipping you with the skills that you need to be able to carry that firearm, and empowering women, give them confidence. So once you start, you know, doing this on a monthly basis, you're going to be empowered and get more confidence to be able to go through all that. But you will gain confidence, knowing skills to better protect yourself. A lot of our women, oftentimes, is all about self-defense, which that's kind of my key too. I love self-defense on that, and awareness. We also, you know, other chapters will do a lot of, you know, the shooting sports, as far as the getting into the competitions and things like that. My particular chapter, we're more into just self-defense and doing it for self-protection. But, you know, every chapter has their own little flavor, I guess you would call it, that makes it unique to them. But love it. And like I said, the more times you can get a gun in the hand, the better off. And we want you to go to all of these chapters. We have a Girl and a Gun too in our area, and we have some women that do both. So I'm very
Yeah.
happy. It's like the more you can go, the better you can, the better your skills you're going to get.
Right. Thank you, Janeen. So Karen just messaged me. She's frozen. So I think that you made a really good point, and that's why we have all of you ladies here at the same time, right? Is that you find your fit, and it doesn't mean that you belong to one chapter or the other, or company or the other. It's you can do them all. There's no restrictions. It's not like it's limited. So thank you for sharing about the Well-Armed Women shooting chapters across the country. We are going to move to Judy. So Judy, I have not met you personally. Hi, I'm Christa Forrester. I work here at Shoot Like a Girl. Nice to meet you. And I see Karen's popping in and out with her frozen internet. So I'm going to keep moving forward unless she speaks over me. So you're with DIVA-Wow. Judy, why don't you share a little bit about that company and how the ladies can find you?
Okay. They can find us on DIVAWow.org. We're the largest outdoor women's organization in the world. We're in all 50 states. We have members in all 50 states and 25 foreign countries.
Wow.
So
okay.
So what we do is we're the very first stop that you make to become involved in the outdoors. So we want to make sure that women know how to shoot a gun as well as archery. We also do dog training, and we just encompass everything. And we take women hunting on their very first time. But after we teach them how to shoot a gun, then we take them into the field so they can use all of their skills that we've been teaching them.
That's awesome. So hunting and archery, where are you located? Where's the actual headquarters located?
In Dallas, Fort Worth.
And they would go to DIVAWow, you said .com to find you?
.org.
.org. Thank you.
.org.
We're
Got 501c3. Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit, foreign countries, how does that work? I mean, it's where most everybody here has been US based, right? In control of what's happening here. It's got to be very different in another country.
It's a lot different. We have a lot of girls in Germany mainly, and they're participating in the Olympics, or they do a lot of their handgun shooting and qualifying in different areas. And we're in Australia, New Zealand, Mexico, and then we just had one in the fall join from Lithuania.
Wow. So those are chapters that are in those areas, or are they just members? How does it?
Yes. Well, what we have is we're mainly member driven because like the rest of us, I'm sure it's very difficult to learn how to herd cats.
Yes.
Because women become their, self-involved in what they want to do. But we mainly are the very first stop that women make to become involved in the outdoors is what our organization is. We're training and how to be involved and answering questions to become involved.
Great. Well, I appreciate you coming on today. So that was DIVAWow.org. I'm looking now that Karen's popped off. She can usually see the comments. So give me a minute. Let me see what we've got going on, if there's any current questions. Oh, so I'm looking at some of these questions, right? And they're saying things like, is there anyone training in a certain area of the country? The reality is all of you ladies have an access to a map or a guide to find the chapters of the contacts in your area, correct?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Here's another.
So yeah, most of us all have find a chapter page, or find an find somebody near you. So I think that's pretty common on all of our sites.
And then the next question is, and this is one of those big universal questions, right? So we don't want to go down a rabbit hole here because I know we've all been working really hard under this. But Jennifer Wilhelm wants to know, over the next 12 to 18 months with COVID, what guidelines are all of your chapters using to gather on the range, classrooms, and for future events? So let's do this one at a time. So Amy, you've already shared with us that you've actually had to kind of postpone hunts to 2021. Is there anything else that you're doing with the hunts that you've got coming forward?
Well, all of our hunts have a leader on the hunt that's a Sisterhood staff member, and that person's responsible for the safety of the people on our trips. And with that, of course, we're having to look at CDC guidelines, safety guidelines recommended by each state that we're in. We also have to work with our outfitters and guides to see what their policies are. So we're spending a lot more time on the back end making sure that we have a safety plan in place, and we're not putting ourselves at risk. Like going to Africa was just out of the question.
Sure.
We moved them to 2021. The turkey hunts, we really felt like the outfitters, some of them were we're allowed legally to operate, but we made a conscious decision to just not put people in a lodge together until we learned more. So it's a learning, moving process, and it just requires diligence on our part to prepare our guests and our staff to handle it based on what's going on in the local area. And we just want everyone to be responsible.
Sure. I think that we would all say that. So, Julianna, how are y'all doing this transition with chapters in 49 states, right? Or is it's so different?
Yeah, so
everywhere?
we have several chapters that have already started to slowly reopen for in-person events following their state guidelines. Robin and I also have been publishing updates as an organization for all of our leadership and our members to follow. And pretty much it's chapter by chapter, if they're indoor, if they're outdoor, scheduling start times, so they're staggered on the range. Getting really focused on how to do verbal cues and corrections. Obviously, hands-on corrections are not something we can do, which we normally, would not think twice of, putting a hand on the back or fixing the grip or, doing that kind of stuff when we're working with our members. So we've, spent a little extra time on how do you communicate your safety and communicate that coaching. As far as our other national events, both of our facilities in Talladega and in Lenexa, Kansas, we were just going to follow those state guidelines on group size and squad size, and we have lots of hand sanitizer.
Right. Yeah. Right.
To share with everybody, and if our members are comfortable wearing masks, wear it. If you're not comfortable wearing a mask, don't wear it. It's kind of you got to do you. So yeah, we're just rolling with it, and
right.
Figuring out for each event how it really has to work in that moment. And things are going to be different in August and October and December. So we're constantly evolving.
I have to say it's very impressive that you did a left turn, Clyde, and put your national conference online as quickly as you did. That takes some serious planning. Congratulations on that.
That was Robin Sandoval. I'm telling you, she's the wizard behind the curtain on everything we do here. And yeah, that was an amazing thing that she had the vision to do.
Awesome. So Janeen, can you tell us a little bit about what the Well Armed Women Shooting chapters have done amongst this COVID situation?
Well, pretty much like Julianna said, we're going state by state. So each chapter leader needs to see what the CDC guidelines are in their area. My first chapter meeting is going to be Tuesday. And so our range has, which usually holds about 30, 35 in our room, has set up chairs for 16. So I had to, for the first time, make a really schedule of everyone needs to sign up so I know if you're coming or not. And because we're going to have to limit some of that and maybe go to another, maybe 2 chapter meetings, if we need to. And so basically we're going to have hand sanitizer. I'll go in ahead of time, clean everything. And so we're going to just keep our distance like everyone else is doing. And then on the range, it's going to be a little different because we don't get that hands-on training like we would like to do. We may have to set up every other bay or every other lane for women to keep that distance. But we're all in this together. We're making it work.
Good. Thank you. And I agree. It's been such a unique situation. I know that every organization out there has tried to make the adjustments they need to keep their membership taken care of, continuing their own personal training and move to the next step. So thank you. Now, Judy, yours might be a little different, right? You do a lot of outdoor stuff, but adding that foreign piece, how has that impacted how you've done things over the last few months?
Well, what we've basically done is just really shut us down. And we just recently started our leagues back. So like everybody else, we've cut back because we have a program. It's a Hunting 101 where we introduce women for learning from paper to plate, and then do wine pairing, and they learn how to be quartering their animals and then putting them in the freezer and things like this. So what we've done on a lot of our clinics, like everybody else, we're all shut down with that. And what we've set up 20 different hunts. So we're very actively in that, and I waterfowl hunt almost every day. So we're going into 4 different states, and we'll be doing a lot of waterfowling as well as culling deer and things like that.
Awesome. Well,
And
thank you.
fishing. We were fishing yesterday on the lake. I just had to get out because I couldn't stay in anymore. So we were out fishing.
Well, that's awesome. Fishing is marvelous, right? So I think we've lost Karen and Amy. So
And
really
they come
quickly,
back.
we need to probably close this out before we do our final piece. Ladies that are here, can you, you know what? We've had a request for the URLs to be spelled out so they can find your organizations. We will add those in the comments so they can actually see them. Maybe we can grab that link. That way, can click all the way through. Karen, is that okay?
Yep,
All
absolutely.
right, great. Do you want to go ahead and close this out, Karen?
I do. So, ladies, thank you so much for coming. I think my picture's frozen, but I'm going to talk anyway. Thanks so much for coming. This is really remarkable. You know, I say it all the time. All of us together are making such a big difference, and it really does take all of us. For the women that we meet around the country, everyone has a unique personality and a very unique time schedule, and having such a variety of programs available that they can go and see if it fits their personality, if it fits their time schedule, which is normally the driver. It's just wonderful what you all do, and we really appreciate it. We wish you all the success as we get through this COVID and get back to business. And thanks again for coming. And sorry I'm frozen, but hopefully that it's not a bad picture.
So, Karen, I'm going to finish with a final comment. We'll let everybody go. But Carol Kalinowski Potter mentioned something here in the comments that's so true. And it's when you join a group, you're going to find the best friends you have ever had. They are so much fun. Shoot, hunt, fish, many other activities. And then to reemphasize what Karen said, you've got to find what fits for you, what fits for your personal need, and start this chapter of your life. So thanks, ladies, for joining us. We will add your URLs in the comments so that all of our followers can find you. Have a great weekend and good luck and best wishes on all of the new things opening up as the COVID restrictions change and we get back to some form of new normal. Thank you.
Thanks, Karen and Krista.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.